Hello, my name is Meg Hansen, and today I am going to take you through a few steps to make your blow drying a little bit easier and creating a look called glossy waves, and this is part of our Pure Form blow dry class. Who here would consider themselves a color guru or a cutting guru, but not a finishing guru, who usually has their assistant do their finishing? Because finishing just isn't the favorite thing by most people because it seems it's hot, it's tiring, it hurts your shoulders, it hurts your arms. You always end up smoothing it out with your flat iron or your curling iron. Well, today I'm going to go through a few hot tips to set you up for success so you can become a blow dry rock star. Today I'm using Bridget Marie, and I have sectioned her off in 3 different sections. I have the occipital section, ear to ear, and then the horseshoe. Big, huge thing to remember when blow drying or finishing is to always have the end result in mind. So I know that with glossy waves, I want to have a nice, soft, smooth blow dry with a sleek curl on the end. This is my little benchmark model right here. This is Bridget's twin Bridget. And so with that in mind, I know that I want to do the start from the finish with my end result in mind. So when I'm washing her hair back in the shampoo bowl, I think what's going to help me achieve something that's going to fight frizz, help with heat protection, help with the color I just applied to her hair, and also give me a nice, smoother, softer blowout. I automatically think, oh, smooth perfection. I use the shampoo and the condition in the shampoo bowl to help achieve the start of my look. So one thing that you want to remember when you're blow drying is you want to always think, okay, before I want to start, do I want to rough up the cuticle by blowing dry, blowing dry, blowing dry, oh, I gotta get her dry. No, because honestly, you're actually creating frizz and creating this blown open cuticle that you might not be able to save with a round brush. You might have to resort to your flat iron to help smooth that down. So again, keeping your end result in mind, you want to blow dry down the hair shaft using your fingers and your hand to smooth the hair and keep it tame. If it's a little bit snarly before you section it off, that's when I would incorporate the Pureology's Color Fanatic. Also, if you're cutting hair and it starts to dry and you don't want to use water, you want to kind of seal your cuticle closed, and maybe you're using a razor or scissors and you want to give a nice slip, this is an awesome cutting lotion. So I want to make sure that I'm getting the hair about 50% dry before I'm going to apply the Style Plus Care Infusion. A little analogy to think of if you forget, like if all of a sudden you automatically go, is think of shingles on a roof. When you are cleaning off your roof, or if you're cleaning leaves off of it, or debris, or snow, or bird poop, or whatever you're trying to clean off of your roof, if you take your hose and you blow dry down, or you use your hose down, oh my god, hairdresser brain, if you use your hose going down the roof shingles, that helps to clean all the debris off and land on the ground. If you're literally standing on the top and shooting the shingles with your hose, you're actually lifting the shingles up, some may blow away, so you have to think of that when you're blow drying hair. You want to make sure that your shingles are staying smooth versus blowing your shingles off or open. Now that she's about 50% dry, this is when I am going to apply the product of your choice. Today, again, like I said, I'm using Smooth Perfection Style Plus Care Infusion. The awesome thing about this product is it has a little button on the back of it, and you literally press that until you get the gel and the cream out. The cream is actually a leave-in conditioner, and then the gel is your smoothing styling agent. This is for the 68% of clients that don't use anything in their hair. Yeah, 68%. I was shocked when I heard that number. And I will also demonstrate this to my clients. I will say, okay, this is how much you're going to use. Because you have fine, shorter hair, I'm going to be using a dime size amount. If you have medium texture length hair, I'm going to be using a nickel size. Quarter size amount for long, coarser hair. I will then emulsify the product into my hand, working it from base to ends. And since obviously I have 3 sections, you kind of think like, okay, I'm gonna do 3/3 of a nickel. Because with Bridget, she has medium length and medium texture. And then I will actually brush the product through the hair because I want even consistency and saturation from base to ends. And already you can see she is drying very sleek. Key points when blow drying. Non-negotiables. Tension and heat. So I'm going to be using my 9-row Samvia brush, or you can use a Deadman brush, and I'm going to be holding the back of the brush because that is where I can have the most tension. If you hold it with the handle, you might kind of get slippery or your wrist kind of will start hurting, so you may lose control of that tension and you're not going to be able to get the sleekness and the softness as easily. Another thing, blow dryers come with nozzles. People always wonder, why do blow dryers have nozzles? This helps to direct the hair flow to where you want it to go. So this is your best friend. And any client that doesn't have a nozzle on their blow dryer, you better be retailing them a blow dryer with a nozzle because they're going to be able to achieve a way more flawless blowout when you have this nozzle. So I will be tilting Bridget forward. I'll see your client, and guess what, you guys? Your clients can look down. I promise. I know sometimes we think that we need to be these yoga instructors and we need to be like this and like up like this, but really just have your client tilt their head down. It will help make your life a lot easier. So with this, I am going to dry the base with the Deadman brush. Again, using my nozzle to my advantage. So you can see, I will be working my nozzle in the same direction as the hair flow. And I will not be taking the dryer to the ends because therefore I lose my tension. I have no tension, whereas I can't control my blow dry. And you're going to go this whole section pulled to the one side with lots of heat, slow and steady, lifting up that back part so you make sure that you get that back face. And then I will be switching to go to the opposite side. Again, using my blow dry to my advantage with the nozzle. The best part about drying the base first is it actually helps to smooth out your base and give you height. And believe it or not, this makes the blow dry so much faster. And you can see as I'm drying the sleek, beautiful shine that Style Plus Care Infusion is giving me. It is so sleek, it's so soft, and it doesn't feel like there's anything in the hair. So I feel like that 68% of people are going to become 0% of people when they get introduced to this Pureology product. So now that I have the base dry, I'm going to go to my trusty ceramic round brush. Depending on the length of the hair and the size of curl that you want, I will show you 2 different variations. This is my small round brush, this is my medium size. But what will always stay the same is if the section. A little hot tip that I learned, and I love it, and I don't forget it, because every time I go to do my section, I'm like, oh, if I just keep, oh, you know, it's too big for your brush. If you cannot foil it, you cannot finish it. So always keep that in mind, because I know that I would never slap on a big dollop of bleach onto a section of hair if I was afraid of it bleeding. So think of that when you're finishing. I'm also going to section the way that the hairline grows. This will help to keep it softer and help you so you can keep your sections in control. I will pull the hair straight out. I will apply the brush onto the top of the hair, and then I will blow dry down the hair. And versus doing, which I know we so want to do, is people want to do this over and over and over and over and over and over, and you just go 7 or 8 times. I think it was demonstrated once to us where she literally went 7 or 8 times down the hair strand and it was still kind of wet. But if you just go slow and steady about 2 times down that hair strand, it actually dries more complete, smoother, and faster. Slow and steady wins the race. Focusing on those ends. I will then have my brush vertical. I will turn it horizontal, and then I will smooth it with my fingers. And you want to make sure that wherever it cools is where it lies. So don't let it fall and then try to smooth it with your fingers, because it will have already cooled. So then I'm going to take the next section. I would never foil this section. So I'm going to take it half. I'm going to lay my brush on top of the hair and blow dry down. A hot tip for this too is follow your blow dry. So follow your hair. So don't just do this. Actually follow your brush and follow your hair. So that way you are keeping that frizz in control. Again, let it cool in your hands. Another thing is, if you're wanting to demonstrate this to a client, you can have them hold the brush this way, because I know that it's a little bit awkward for them to hold the brush. So just get them trying to hold the brush to where they feel comfortable. Turn it horizontal. Do that one backwards, because I like to do that. So I'm actually going to re-blow dry that one, and that will happen. Sometimes I think we're like, I don't know how to turn my fingers. So you will finish this section, and then you will work your way up to the occipital section, and then finishing with the horseshoe section. Hot tip with the horseshoe section, I will show you, is when you will want to be splitting this in half, sectioning off this back half, and when you're working with your Denman brush, it's going to be about 50% dry. So this is when you're going to apply your product. Again, button on the back till you get about a little drop of that egg right in the middle. Emulsify it in your hands. Work it through. I'm going to actually work this product through this whole top section, even though I'm only using, I'm only curling, or not curling, I'm only blow drying part of it. I'm going to lower her so you guys can see what I'm about to do. So when you are going to be drying the base, you are actually going, she's on the left side part, you will be blow drying past the part line. And this will help to give you maximum volume. And after you blow dry past the part, then you'll actually go towards the part. So that's just a hot tip on the blow drying when you are doing the front section. And then you will actually finish the top section with vertical pipe sectioning. And once you are all done with her, this is the finish that you will achieve. Again, this is Glossy Waves. I did not use a curling iron and I did not use a flat iron. I used Pureology's Smooth Perfection Shampoo and Condition, Color Fanatic, the Smooth Perfection Style plus Care Infusion, and I finished her up with a little spritz of my favorite go-to Strengthening Control Hairspray, which always adds a nice zero dulling factor hairspray, working spray. Also, this is going to be your sleep-in chic, and this is your voluminous blowout, all created using the Smooth Perfection Pureology Style plus Care Infusion. Thank you.